Let me bang.
I do let you bang. Hey,
let me bang you, James, man.
I let you bang. I let you bang.
Greetings, nerds and virgins.
Go for Jesus. No forget Jesus, people.
Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time once again for your favorite mixed martial arts podcast. Recording out of Los Angeles, California, it's MMA Roasted with Adam Hunter.
What's up, people? It's me, Adam Hunter. I'm here with McCorkle today. I think I fucked up on the group chat. McCorkle just told me I put 10 EST and not PST. I've been doing this for years. I don't know, dude. It's been hard, man. I took 24 planes in 27 days on this tour. And on the final flight back we went from the Philippines to Dubai to LA. And I got food poisoning. So 16 hours of shitting on an airplane might be the worst, dude. Like that, I kept sitting down and then getting up, and then I had to get the Gutfeld jokes in. So I got to write, I keep saying that, but it's about 25, 30 jokes a day, and you get all these topics. So I'm doing that from the flight while shitting, while getting no sleep, after taking 24 flights. So I don't know. I'm doing my best is what I'm trying to say. How are you, Sean?
Hanging in there, man. Same old, same old.
But yeah, and then I don't know if you guys, I don't know you guys. I keep thinking there's more than one you. I don't know. Did you ever have you went from a complete fight camp, autonomy, just focused, and then you come back to being home and being a parent and husband and having it's go from 0 to 100. How did you deal with that?
I actually never left my kids because I love them too much, but that's not for everybody. So I never, I literally had the chance to go out and train with the best fighters in the world. And I was like, my son would always be like, "You're not leaving, right?" And I was like, no, I'll be here, dude. So yeah, I would be rolling with 135-pound fighters, getting ready for the biggest fight of my life because I wouldn't travel. Plus I didn't like leaving my house. I don't like sleeping elsewhere. So.
All right. So thanks for giving back. No, dude, it's hard because because I'm trying to make up for lost time. And my daughter, who, is everything to me, but it's like, Daddy, come play. Daddy, come play. Daddy, come play. Daddy, what are you doing? Daddy, and then, even my wife, we went to church yesterday, even though I'm Jewish, but it was Easter. And on the way back, I'm trying to write jokes a little bit. And she said, "What are you doing right now?" And then she got mad at me because I was in church and, I don't go to church very often, if ever. You know how people get really into it? They start singing, I thought I was trying to get into it too. I'm like, what are they feeling that I'm not? So I was and she thought I was mocking people. I was not mocking people. I was just trying to see what they were going through. Is that how you are in church?
Yeah, I don't think it was what they were feeling. I think it was what they were not feeling that you were feeling, which was the guilt of murdering Jesus. I'm
about to end the podcast right now. What is the point of this? What there's no fucking point to this right now. We actually have a guest coming on named Mondo. This guy reached out to me. He's 1-0 as an amateur, and he's a rapper, heavyweight, and he raps to his own music that he creates. While he walks to the cage. So I thought he'd be great to have on our podcast. Yeah. But yeah, so what else is going on, dude? But yeah, coming back from the Philippines, it was an eye-opening experience, a great experience. But man, you go into any bar in one of these countries and it's these girls come up to you and you could tell the language is kind of, but they're basically working girls, which you don't see in the U.S. You don't, and they're like, "Hey, they come to me, hey, you want me to eat dick?" And I'm like, "No, thanks." The English is kind of, so I'm like, "Yeah," I eat enough dicks on stage. I don't need someone to eat my dick. But then there's that, and then there's these bars that you walk into because I was going home from the club the last day, and I was walking to a bar. You walk in, and there's just 40 girls sitting there, going, "Hey, you want to do karaoke?" And then it's $50 to basically rent them and do that. I just left because number one, I'm married and I don't want to have the guilt, and I don't want to put.
Plus, you can't sing.
Plus, I can't sing. I almost wanted to. I almost wanted to do like a meeting though, because I'm like, you guys have Wi-Fi for one of these rooms, and do my meeting with like Greg, and all of a sudden there's like 30 girls behind me.
Right.
Just the visual.
What country was that?
What was that?
What country was it?
It was in the Philippines. Just to have just to be like, hold on, Greg, and then like, what do you guys think of the joke? And have them all behind me, like, but because they're wearing like a lingerie. But I might have gotten fired for that. And where I think Greg might think that was funny, I don't think anybody else would have found. Well, some people would have found it funny. It might have been legendary, but yeah, I didn't do that. And plus, they didn't have Wi-Fi, and I wasn't going to pay $100 just to have that one laugh. So yeah. So anyway, back to here. So now with this Gutfeld job, dude, it's like I've written, I don't know, like I have like 1,000 new jokes. I have a new hour of material, like just all topical shit. I just haven't had a chance to kind of organize it. Like it's just, there's literally 500 pages of jokes I have right now. And I have to like put them in, okay, these are the Biden jokes. These are the DEI jokes. These are the Karen Bass jokes. This is the Crockett jokes. Here's and I got to figure out how to do it. You know, like that's the thing about LA is you don't get that much time. You get 10 minutes, you get 12 minutes. And when you're at the Laugh Factory, like I wasn't going to do it on Caesar Russell because I'm not going to do it in front of 4,000 people, especially the people that don't speak English. And all of a sudden talk about American politics that they have I want to give myself some chance of succeeding. So now I'm just like kind of, I think actually those crucial. And then, I was on the road and I missed my kids so much. Like, she's like, Daddy, when are you coming home? Because they came to Japan. And she's like, I want to see, am I going to see you for more than a couple days? Like, and she started crying. So then I went on my calendar and just canceled like half the cruises that I'm doing because I just missed my kids so much. Plus, Russell asked me to open for him in Canada for 9 dates and whatever. So I canceled a lot. And then I thought my wife would be super happy, but she's like, wait, why didn't you go over this with me before you canceled this? I thought we have this money coming in. So then I can't fucking win, dude. I honestly can't win. I don't even know why I'm telling you this.
You know, where you were on stage and the crowd didn't speak English, they probably felt a lot like people at a Brendan Schaub comedy show because they couldn't understand a word you were saying. So they were like, oh, okay.
I was waiting for that to come. I'm like, when is that coming? It should be fine. If you get the other guys for today, please don't cancel. I'm the least most important cog in the. This is from Bill Dawes, dude. He's such a manipulator. I fucking love him, but he's so funny, dude. Bill is such a fucking. Bill's a good friend. I still don't even know if I actually know Bill. But anyway, let me go over some of the jokes that I wrote today, as well as I don't know what are we talking about. Did you watch the PFL over the weekend?
No, I didn't even know they had a fight.
No one knows. I'm pretty sure their marketing strategy is to not let anybody know they're having it. Hopefully you stumble on it and you're like, oh shit, there's fights tonight. Because they actually have a great product. Other than the fact that they don't actually go to commercials or they go to dead air and you can hear people talking or arguing or the announcers are accusing the guys of doing steroids in between. You can hear all the conversations going on. And it just looks like one of those streams that, you watch a fight on a stream and they don't have it together.
Right.
And then ESPN SportsCenter is on right before it and they give it hey, coming up, we got PFL. You would think anybody like, hey, you have to guess. But they actually had some good fights. I felt bad because that guy, Impa, the guy who got, remember that guy Joaquin Buckley? Like he caught Joaquin's kick, and Joaquin did that crazy. That guy got fucking pulverized. He came back. He was working as a trainer for my friend in Florida, out of his garage, and then he ended up winning the $1 million that year in the PFL. And then he lost last year, and he lost this time. He lost to Leon Edwards' brother, Fabian Edwards, who's a solid fighter, but. So that was that. There was another guy.
Frank Stallone to Leon Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, he lost to Frank Stallone. Fucking poor Frank Stallone. Stallone's always in the gym too. He's always in Freddie Roach's gym training, which is also kind of. I think he's not a bad fighter, or better than Rocky. So anyway, the PFL over the weekend. It was the only thing on. You would think had no UFC. Bellator's done. No, you would think maybe that would be the time. No. So Dalton Roster won. He beat Sabadu C. He kicked his ass. This guy named Gadza Rabadanov, a guy from Dagestan, one of those fucking psychos that was born with like cauliflower ear and chest hair, and he beat Mark Diakis in 32 seconds. Mark Diakis is the guy from England who was like throwing fireballs at one point. It was like a pretty good UFC prospect.
So it's pretty hard to beat if he can throw fire.
And then Clay Collard got knocked out by like a backwards elbow. Josh Silveira, that's Conan Silveira's son. You know Conan. You know that is?
Have all the relatives of famous fighters.
He's good though.
This is Khabib's third cousin. Like it's all just fake versions.
He won too. So all right, and then this week
we're gonna have a card with John Gotti the third on it. Actually, I'm sorry, it's Gene Gotti the third.
By the way, you know who's like a mayor now of a town in New Jersey?
Who is
that guy that like Phil Baroni was beefing with? That was in the mafia. That like had a thing with John Gotti. What's that guy's name?
John A-Light?
Yeah, he's like the mayor now.
Is he? That seems
John
about
Alite.
right.
John Alite is the mayor, and he like got heckled because he was one of the stories that I was looking at. Yeah, he was like Phil Baroni and him were gonna do like an MMA fight or something, and then Phil killed his girlfriend allegedly. So that kind of put an end to that.
He's still in Mexico, or do you might know what happened to Phil?
He's still in Mexico. Yeah, man, that dude fucking. Man, that's what I talk about. Waste of talent. That dude had a fucking. I became friends with. But I'm all over the place. I'm pretty good friends with him. Not good. I mean, on Instagram. So I wouldn't say he's good friends, but he likes all my posts. Is the guy from A Bronx Tale that went to jail for like.
Oh yeah, what's his name? Lee something. Lee.
He's a
Leo
good
or Lee something.
He was in The Sopranos too, and then he went to jail for like burglary in real life, and was on drugs, and now he's clean and sober. He's pretty ripped, big MMA fan, and we're like buddies on Instagram now. But he's very supportive. That guy.
I heard the PFL was going to sign him because they think he's Robert De Niro's son. So they're like, "Hey, we'll go ahead and sign another relative."
So yeah, so I said like over the weekend, like a joke that here's some jokes that they're not going to use, but I thought it was good. There was all these anti-Trump rallies this weekend, everywhere, all over the country. I said Trump said it was part of his successful plan to get Americans back in shape.
Yeah,
that's not bad, right? I wrote like 30 more of them, but this one I thought was fucking great. Over the weekend, DNC Vice Chair David Hogg went on CBS, CNN, and NBC to advocate for replacing ineffective Democrats. His next stop is The View, where he would sit down with fellow Hoggs. Boom! That's right.
Isn't that young kid, the Hogg kid? Isn't that young?
Yeah, he was the kid that was in like the Parkland shooting. They made him the DNC vice chair. He's the vice chair now, and his first thing is to put $20 million replacing Democrats. So
right.
He's like, we need younger people. So now they're all mad at him. People are like, we made this guy so now James Carville is like, I'm gonna get that little prick. Like James Carville's going fucking crazy. And then some other guy. This is I shouldn't probably read you the jokes because but according to the New York Post, a gay black British man went on a vacation to Afghanistan and had a love affair with a member of the Taliban. So he talks about how and they watched Gossip Girl together. Like they had a whole thing. Like, yeah.
You say it was a gay black British man?
Yeah. And he went to Afghanistan on like a vacation, and he had an affair. And one of the things he says was, and I'm not going to tell you the punchlines I wrote, but he said Taliban penis should not be underrated.
The thing I would say, like, if there's anything they really like in Taliban, is probably a gay black guy, like over there, Afghanistan. I assume that's a really popular thing there, to be gay and black.
But Taliban penis should not be underrated. Is anybody overrating it, or has anyone even thought about Taliban penis? Like, is that?
I think the market's been just about right on that all along. I don't think anybody's been under or overrating it. It's right on the spot. So.
I gave Greg a line last week where I was doing the monologue, and I said, like, his head is so far up his ass, he could fart eyebrows, right? And he was like, he actually used it. I don't know. He said eyebrows or eyelashes. He farts eyelashes, right? But he was like, who wrote that one? I'm like, me. And he's like, those words have never been together in the same sentence.
That's I heard that the penis in Afghanistan is the goat.
That's what I wrote. That was one of them. That was one of them I wrote. That was one of them I wrote. That was one of them I wrote. And then Tim Walz's daughter said that the Trump administration would have deported Jesus and sent him to El Salvador. If Jesus was around today, the Trump administration would have deported him. That's what Tim Walz's daughter said.
The proof is he's already deported 15 Jesuses back to Mexico. So that's probably where they got that.
Or he would have come back in 3 days. I had a bunch of, that's, yeah. And
then the Jews would have murdered him.
Oh, come on. See, you're an asshole. See, we were having fun. We were doing well together. And then, but yeah. Then there's a woman that's suing the Navy. I guess she tried to be a Navy SEAL, but they wouldn't let her do it because she was like 35, 37. She would have been 43 by the time she completed it. And I think you got to be 40. So now she's suing the Navy because she wanted to be the first female Navy SEAL. I guess she does marathons and stuff, but
that's pretty much the same as being a Navy SEAL. You run a marathon, you can do everything else. She read one David Goggins book and like, I can do this.
Oh, and then there's a California mayor who's under fire because he wants to eliminate. He's in Lancaster, so he said he wants to eliminate the city's homeless population by giving them all the fentanyl they want. That's his strategy, just to give everybody fentanyl and then have.
That's when Don moved immediately to that town. I was like, fingers crossed.
He said he's going to purge them by doing that. And then also I wrote like, by the way, I'm not giving you the punchlines. So just in case you think these are the jokes, I'm not. And then according to the New York Post, Ozempic might be causing a side effect called Ozempic feet. Have you heard of this?
No, but I bet. Actually, never mind. I was going to say something great and I changed my mind.
Come on, say it. Fuck it. No one listens to this podcast anyway. What are we going to say?
It was going to be a Russell Peters joke, but never mind.
Anyway, Ozempic feet. Basically, it makes your feet very wrinkly. So
hell of a side effect to live a few extra years.
Like, I guess Sharon Osbourne took a picture and she had very wrinkly feet if you look at them, but she's 72 years old. So, like, I mean,
I don't think hers was caused by Ozempic.
What do you think it was caused by?
Probably being 72 years older, living with Ozzy Osbourne would be my guess.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how many of my jokes get in tonight. I mean, obviously, I wrote like 50 more. I'm just not gonna. Oh, anyway. So, what are we talking about? Blah 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 blah. Oh, this week the UFC fights. Ian Machado Gary. He's the guy that everyone makes fun of because he had the girlfriend, or his girlfriend is older, who's pretty hot, but she's like 10, 15 years older. But she was living with her boyfriend, who was a chef, her ex. I guess they're all living together. So everyone
he took the ex's last name, which is odd.
That is odd. He's fighting Carlos Praetis, who just destroyed Neil Magny. He beat Li Jinglang. This guy's 21-6. His nickname is the Nightmare. But Gary is 15-0. See this fucking MMA junkie. He lost his last fight to Rakhmonov. But he did good. He actually, remember, he like took it on short notice and won the third round. I think he had him at a choke. This should be a good fight. You
can't trust any news you get from a junkie. So that's probably the first problem you're having.
But this is one of the top 3, if the top 2. Like, how do you not like? Anyway, so that should be a good fight. That's in Kansas City, Missouri. There was a guy that won the contender that was supposed to be on the card that got busted for soliciting underage women. I guess the girl was 14 and he was sending her naked pictures, so now he's off. The UFC cut him. Yeah, there was a Pat Barry joke that I wanted to put, but I'm like, leave fucking Barry alone. You know, it's like I don't know. Maybe I'm getting soft in my old age. I mean, Pat Barry's not. But you know, so yeah, there's that. Pat Barry's so nice.
If he doesn't keep himself in better shape, he's gonna have wrinkly feet.
Zhang Minyang is fighting Anthony Smith. Dude, Anthony's got to win this. I can't believe he's still fighting. He got knocked out by Dominic Reyes his last fight. He lost unanimous decision to Roman Dolidze before that. He won against Vitor. So he's lost 3 out of 4. And then he lost to Khalil Roundtree.
Plus, he fought to a draw with a home invader. Like, he didn't even win that fight. Like,
Yeah, he said that was the toughest one. He said that guy was on all
crazy.
meth and he lost to Johnny Walker. I mean, look, I'm a fan of Anthony Smith. I like Anthony Smith. He's a really good dude. He gets a lot of shit. I don't know why. I don't know why people don't like him. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, even if he has bad picks or whatever, who gives a fuck? But hopefully this is his. Hopefully he wins and goes out on a win. But he won't. No one goes out. It's such a dumb luck story. Like, you want them to go out and win, they're not going to go out and win. So then you don't want them to lose because then they're going to lose. So
I found in fighting, your last fight has to be so humiliating that you're willing to never go in there again. Like, just so, if you look at everyone's last fight, like me or Don Fry or anybody like that, you're just like, yeah, that one, they shouldn't have done that one, So I think,
but then everyone that you meet, that you see, is like in your head is thinking about that last fight, even if they're not. When they meet
even
you,
if they didn't know it happened, they're in your mind, they all saw it and they're laughing behind your back.
Yeah, and that sucks. I mean, I kind of felt that way a little bit. When I hung out with Israel Adesanya, who to me is like the man and one of the best ever and one of the coolest guys ever. Such a good dude. We went out for dinner and Russell and them were laughing because he picked up the food for everybody. He had it all planned in the restaurant. So I went over and gave him like $50. That's what I ate, like $50 worth. And then he gave it back to me, and everyone thought that was the funniest thing. Like, oh, you gave a millionaire. But that's the way me and my friends fucking roll. We all chip in for food. You get seat views. You get the lowest price guarantee. And you have ticket coverage. All right. So they cover it. All right. So go to the Game Time app, create an account, use the code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. All right. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem the code CLNS, $20 off. Live events are so much fun. There's nothing like it. And I highly recommend, like 10 out of 10. I'm telling you, I'm not just talking shit here. Okay. I have the actual Game Time app and I use this app more than I do any other app for tickets. Okay. Cause they got all kinds of great stuff and it's super easy to use. So you're going to thank me afterwards and have fun. Like someone, I don't know, like to me, that's, I've never been that rich where I could just cover everyone's food anyway. If I do, it's got to be a very special, my wife does.
I've never been that rich either, but Don and Mayhem thought I was when they came here and ate at that steakhouse. $800 bill for 3 people.
Dude, was it Mayhem or was it Don? It was Don, right?
I think it was Don's 19 special drinks that were probably $36 a piece. Like he was at the bar ordering doubles of like, I don't know, something really expensive. I don't know anything about alcohol, but
dude, I love Don. The worst part about having Don not coming on, aside from him not coming on, is just calling me afterwards. Goes, hey partner, sorry about today. So what I miss? Well, we talked about this. Dude, it's like, and then that's like having to recap for it. Which
here's one for you. I texted Don last night. I said, hey, do you know the name of the place you went to in Tijuana for stem cells? Because I'm trying to set up a stem cell thing. And his response is yes. Like he didn't follow up with the name to anything. Just yes, I know the name of the place I went to. I'm like, all right.
You think he doesn't want to tell you?
I think he thinks I wanted to know if he knew the name. Not that I necessarily want to go there. He just said yes. I'm like, all right, well, I'll just keep looking. Don't worry, I'll keep Googling.
That's oh man. So how bad in shape are you?
I mean, it's pretty rough, man. I was going to do the spinal cord stimulator. I think I told you, and then just changed my mind because I knew if I did the trial, I would never follow through with the full surgery because they've almost killed me repeatedly in surgery. So I was like, there's no sense to do a trial with 30-year-old technology. I'll just wait for something better to come along. In the meantime, I just suffer. And then when my back really hurts, then I'm like, man, I wish I'd have got that spinal cord stimulator. So I don't know.
By the way, now everyone loves this. People who listen to the podcast, it gets like 100% rating. We get, I don't know, probably 3, 4, or 5,000 on, Spotify and SoundCloud, or maybe more than that. And then the same 800 to 1,000 people on YouTube every week. But they're like, best underground podcast. We're now an underground podcast. I don't know if that's good or best underrated podcast. This should be a good fight. David Onama, he's really good. He's from Uganda. I always think of the Ugandan headhunter. Every time I think of it, remember, was it Kamala, the Ugandan headhunter?
Oh, WWE wrestler, yeah.
Yeah. Which is probably wasn't even from Uganda. It was probably from Detroit or something. So
the stuff he wore probably wasn't traditional Ugandan like fashion or anything. They just painted a skull on his face, and he's from Uganda.
Dude, remember the guy Akeem? They made him the African Dream, and he was like a white guy. And
yeah.
Before that, he was like, I don't know if he was Earthquake or
I think he was the one-man gang, wasn't he? Or maybe he was
the one-man gang, right? The one-man gang. And then next thing you know, he's Akeem from Africa, which they did it just to fuck with Dusty Rhodes because they took his music and they had him dancing just to fuck with him. And they made him, and the best is there's a video of him on Arsenio Hall where Arsenio's like, so you're from Africa, and he has his manager, Slick, the black guy, who's like, this guy is 100% black from Africa. It was one of the funniest, like, that was when wrestling was so fucking hilarious.
I almost sent you a clip the other day of Triple H marrying Stephanie McMahon while she's drugged in the car at a Las Vegas drive-thru. Like, I completely forgot that ever happened. It came up on one of my YouTube shorts. I was like, yes. That's when she was getting ready to get married to one of the wrestlers at the thing, and he's like, "Oh no, you may need to see this," and plays on the big screen where he had already married her. So,
well, they were gonna have a one where she gets drunk and then Vince has sex with her, and then she gets pregnant with Vince's kid, and that almost became a storyline. But like she said no, like I guess it was like no, I'm not fucking my father.
Vince was like, "That's not twisted enough for my taste. Does nothing for me."
So Giga Chikadze is fighting David Onama, and there's a guy that every week tells me I don't know the pronunciation. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. All right, please don't email me. Tell me I suck at this. I know. Also, okay, here we go. We got Mondo Jackson is here. He's the guy that has he's the guy that we gotta find his let's see, we got Instagram. This dude right here is a monster. He's a rapper, he's a heavyweight, he's a fighter. This dude has got he's the only guy, according to him. I didn't really fact check this, but I believe him, Mondo Jackson, but he's the only guy that raps to his own, or he has his own walkout music that he created. Is this true, Mondo?
Yes, sir. That's me. I'm the only one who did it.
Yeah. Okay, and then you also won your fight, though.
Yeah, unanimous decision.
Nice.
Won it.
So you're from Atlanta. You are
originally from Chicago. Born in Chicago.
Oh, you're born in Chicago. You're 1-0. Are you looking to be more of a rapper, or more of a fighter, or what?
More of a fighter. I started like when I was 7, Taekwondo, karate early. Did that till I was like 14. Then I went D1 playing basketball, so I stopped fighting.
Nice.
And then basketball ended. I went to the G League. Eric Spoelstra cut me, and then I moved to Vegas and I joined the gym out there. So this was just my first, real amateur fight.
That's pretty cool, because we have a guy McCorkle, which my co-host also played college basketball, almost played for Europe. Sean, right?
Yeah, I had a couple like $50,000 offers to play in Europe, but that wasn't very much to me back in the day, being a rich kid. But I just wish either of us had been LeBron James' son, because we would have went straight and got drafted. Like his LeBron James' youngest son is now playing Division I basketball despite not even be able to start on his high school team.
Right.
He got a scholarship to Arizona now. So
yeah, I understand that.
Nice.
It must be nice.
So you must have been great at basketball.
Yeah, I was all right.
I mean, you were in the G League, isn't it?
Yeah, playing in the G League, he's pretty good.
Yeah, the politics in basketball is crazy. So I didn't have a lot of support on the politics side, but yeah.
What was your wait, who did you play? What college?
University of West Georgia.
University of West Georgia. Is that D1?
Yeah.
Nice. And how many points did you average?
See, I got kicked out for fighting. So I played like 3 games. I had like 10 points. I would probably average like 10 points those 3 games, and I got kicked out.
Who did you fight?
Somebody on my team.
Now was this during practice?
Yeah, it was about a girl. It was like yeah.
God, so you and a girl, you were banging the same girl, somebody on your team, and
right.
And then did he throw the first punch? You throw the first punch?
Nah, he threw the first punch. He was like a senior, so it was like and that's why they got rid of me, because he's been there. So
got it. And then did you knock him out, or did you?
Yeah, he didn't really. Yeah, it wasn't too much of a fight. That's why.
Sounds like a rematch has been ordered for his second fight. Call him out.
So you knocked out a guy on your team, and then that's when you decided to go start training?
No, I played basketball at another school. I went to like 2 more schools after that.
Got
I
it.
kept playing, and then I went, tried to go pro, and then that's when that G League stuff happened. And after that, that's when I went and started training. You know, I didn't have anything to do. I kind of quit basketball.
Nice. So how long have you been training for?
Well, as a kid, I did like 5 years as a kid, up until like high school, and then as an adult, I've been training for like 4 years.
3 years. All right. And you had your first fight, and you won, and you fought a guy that was 20 pounds heavier?
Yeah, that was crazy.
All right. There you go.
I used to brag all the time that I fought a guy 80 pounds heavier than me, but I was also 320 and he was 400, so it didn't really like equate.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a big
fighting fat guys.
Yeah. So you're talking to Sean McCorkle, who has a win over Mark Hunt in under 1 minute. And he was a huge badass. At one point, was what, 20-0?
I don't know, something like that. No, I think over 13 before Stephen Struve beat me.
Yeah.
Cheated and won.
Yeah, well, 7 Struve beat all the guys. So let's look at some of your fights right now, Mondo. All right, so we got you right here. All right, so there you go. Boom. Now you're winding up. I mean, you're throwing like haymakers here.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's all right. And then now, were you tired during this fight at all or no?
Oh yeah. See, I messed up. My friends came in town. I'm in Miami. My friends came in town, and I drunk the night before, so I was messed up during that fight. I'm not gonna lie.
So it was your first fight, and you got wasted?
I didn't get all the way wasted, but I got wasted enough to where I was tired. I was too tired.
Sean, any advice for this guy?
Dude, if I had a solution for being tired, I would give it to you. I was always exhausted 30 seconds in. Like, I used to always think a crackhead can fight longer than me. Like, I trained for 12 weeks and a crackhead can go longer than me without being exhausted. But that's the worst feeling in the world, man, to be in a fight and be tired. That is the absolute worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I was like, ooh, yeah, I felt it. After the first round, I felt it. Like, they wanted to lift my legs. I was like, yeah, I don't want to lift my legs anymore.
Now, why? Now, did you learn your lesson and you're not going to drink anymore during your fights, before your fights?
Yeah, never again.
All right,
never again.
And then this is your song.
Yep, that's me and Baby Tron.
All right, fix her face. Okay.
The Cali shoot back, then it's to the stool. Doggy working shifts back to back, he on the 2-2. Thinking that he charged up, we pull up and we blew his field. Wouldn't dare cut that little bitch, that hoe super true. We can't beef if I can't Google you. Why you think we brought chopsticks? We came to nucle you. Big sucking in the comments, hit him with the who is you. Why body Hellcat, this fucker came with super gun. You won't catch me hit the brakes, but you might catch me up if Fleming's getting stacked. Chase AT and bake zips, I'm just getting paid. Finna drop the butt for 4K, ain't never lived away. I'ma send them up to
all right, when did you come on? Oh, here you go. All right, this is you.
I get a whole 30 to a 50 face. I hit on the whole 30, they can't see the face. I got a brother coming in the wrong place. He on SI, so we need to take a change. I heard you FBI ain't cool with Jay. I'm cool with slime ball, then I chill with the snakes. You told my glass told you I like snakes.
All right. Okay, so explain to a 46-year-old white guy what's this? Like, what do you do? What do you keep doing here?
Okay, that's just like wipe your nose. It's like some little like I'm a little slimy, you know, like a little sleaze ball. You know? Yeah.
Now, are these your kids that you're rapping with? Like, who are these?
That's Baby Tron. He's a big Detroit artist. He did some stuff with Eminem. He just shot a video with Eminem. He's huge now. I did that with him like a couple years ago.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, you look like the only guy here that is really tough, though. Like, did they?
That's my problem with the rap game. This is why I had to do this, because you know these kids. It's different from like I seen you at the concert. It's different from that era. You know these kids. Right. I don't know. It's like it's too different, and I just kind of have to show them like, yeah, it's a lot of talking, but nobody wants to. Y'all just shoot a lot of guns, and it's just kind of it's not the same, you know. It's kind of played out.
Right. Okay. Let me I'm trying to figure this out again. Okay, so here you are. I want to listen to this again.
Thanks. I get a whole 30 to a 50.
All right, so you said I get a hoe, and then third.
A perk 30. I gave her a perk 30 till it fixed her face.
Okay. Oh, so you gave the girl because her face was fucked up, so you gave her painkillers.
Yeah, like she has a bad attitude, so here's a perk 30.
Oh, okay.
Like here. Yeah, here. Shut up.
Sean, you take painkillers. Maybe you should talk to this guy.
Not anymore, but if it's blue with an M and a 30 on it, be careful. I can tell you that.
Why?
Those are the fentanyl special.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Be careful. You don't want to be. Yeah, no more giving girls painkillers to fix their faces.
Nah.
That'll do more than fix her face.
Yeah, you want to give her maybe some Botox or something, but you don't want to do that. Maybe even working
My
out.
tell her to split it into quarters and not take the whole thing.
Yeah,
he knows something.
All right, so let's see what else happens.
The whole 30, they can't see your face. I got a project coming in the wrong place.
Oh wait, so she ran to the wrong place.
Okay, no, I said I hit him with the 30, and we can't see his face. So we hit him up. We can't see his face. I guess he was in the wrong place.
Oh, so you shot somebody, and now you can't see the.
Yeah.
Oh,
we just.
I don't want to incriminate you.
No. That's fictional.
Okay.
You could have just given one of those pills, and it would have done the same thing as shooting them. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, for real.
So take chain. I heard you.
Oh, so you took someone's chain?
Yeah, we took his chain.
That wasn't nice. I mean, you could probably afford your own chain, right? You don't have to take.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you give it back afterwards or no?
Yeah, we gave it back.
Oh, okay. All right.
We just took a picture with it and gave it back to him.
I just borrowed his chain.
All right, hold on.
Snakes. Oh my God, told you I like snakes.
You like snakes?
So the Medusa, I got the Versace shades got the Medusa.
Yeah.
It's like I told you I was a little slimy, so I like snakes. But yeah.
So you were being honest. You're saying like, don't judge me now. You knew what you were getting into.
Right.
You saw my sunglasses, and so what do you? Okay, got it. All right, got it. See, I would know.
You saw those 30 pills on the news. You know what it was.
Like if I saw someone with Medusa sunglasses, I wouldn't assume they were slimy. But now I know to look out.
Watch the signs, right?
And I just beat the case. Shit.
Oh, you beat a case. Congratulations. What happened?
I told you what happened.
Oh, okay.
We're talking about that.
Got it.
Yeah, little 38. Man, moving shit state to state.
So Sean, he has little 38s. I went to your house, Sean. You had like 400 guns. So do you think it's is that kind of a pussy to have a little 38 when you have machine guns?
No, 38 packs a punch, man. I did sell a Mexican guy I know a gun the other day because he wanted something to protect himself at his house. And then he sent me a video of him shooting it in the air, driving down the road 10 minutes later.
Sean, do you really want to be telling people this? Is this something you really want to be announcing?
I didn't shoot it. I found it odd, but.
Oh, got it. Oh, God. Okay.
Man, he better wait. Sleep off a 6 walk.
All right. So no, this is good, man. You're a very skilled rapper, obviously. Proud
to be.
Yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of mumble rap. Like last week, and I saw Method Man, Redman. I'm sort of like a. But then I saw.
Now listen. That song was curated to rap with him. I got some real stuff you would like too.
Good.
But that song, I make it around. I'm rapping with this young guy. I gotta kind of, I got some old stuff you're like too, though, for sure.
Yeah,
I know what you like.
I like the Wu-Tang, people like that.
Yeah, I see you. I seen your story.
Yeah, that's more my style. But I mean, the fact that now, do we have a fight coming up or?
Yeah, I gotta have surgery. See, I fought him with a torn meniscus.
Ugh.
So I gotta fix this meniscus. But I'm doing that in this month, couple weeks.
And you're training at a big gym, American Top Team, or where are you training at?
I went to American Top Team in Atlanta, but right now I'm training at this smaller gym out here in Miami called Warriors Jiu-Jitsu.
Nice.
So yeah.
Well, I can't wait to follow your journey, man. You seem really nice. I'm super proud of you, man. It's hard to go from like one career to the other, and the fact that you almost made it to the NBA, and now here you are, making it as an MMA fighter as well as a rapper. That's badass, dude. So nothing but respect. Watch out for the
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah. Well, good luck.
I respect what you do too, man. I respect. Keep going too, man. I see you do a lot of stuff, man. I just looked into. I know what you do. You do a lot of stuff, so keep going too.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. And where can people follow you?
You can follow my Instagram at Mondo Jackson with 2 N's, and my Twitter is at Your Girl's Casa.
Nice. Well, good luck with everything, and take care, brother.
All right, you guys have a good one.
Yeah, man.
You have a good one, man. Yep.
I'm happy he was able to explain what that was, Sean, you know?
That's awesome. I wasn't hearing any music on my end when you were playing that, so I don't know if that was just me or the video.
Oh, no, really? I really hope that people were able to hear what I was saying. Oh, yeah, he was yeah, I was wondering what he was saying. But
I wonder what he thought about my screen name.
So what's going on, Violet? Give me 10 more minutes and then I'll play with you, okay? I know I'm gonna play with you. I have just to wrap it up with Sean, and then this is Sean.
I've never seen anyone look so much like her mom and her dad at the same time. It's crazy.
Sean's hey, everyone's here. So Lemon threw up on the thing during the show. I think it was during that like rap song. Cat threw up. But no, that was awesome. I like that guy. That guy's a good dude.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's obviously got a big road ahead of him, but I mean, if you're that kind of athlete, how much does that help, Sean?
It definitely, man. I was amazed at how fast I picked up on it. And I was old when I started. Like I was like late, like 29 or something when I started. But so I hadn't played basketball in years or done anything. But it's athleticism means a lot, no matter what anybody says. They used to tell us in college basketball all the time, it's all angles. And I'm like, well, then why is every greatest player that's ever lived an unbelievable athlete if it's all just angles? Like it's all just playing smart. Like not everybody's Larry
Bird. Larry Bird, I don't know if was an amazing athlete. He was the only guy.
He's like the one time it ever happened where they said, well, what about Larry Bird? Like on everything else. Like, well, yeah, one time an unathletic white guy was good at basketball. So.
And he was still way more athletic than most.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you're unathletic compared to Dominique Wilkins, but like not compared to the average guy. So.
The Larry Bird shit talking stories are epic, by the way. If you ever
I could never figure out. I've seen him in person. He is the most arrogant. I've met him 20 times. He's the most arrogant person that I've ever seen in my life. I don't know how you can have that face and be cocky. Like if you had to look at that face in the mirror every day, it seems like you'd be very humble. Like he looks like the Elephant Man.
But I think he was only cocky about basketball. I don't think he was cocky about anything else. You know?
In person, like a little kid, I've seen little kids go up and ask him for his autograph, and he just looks the other way and waves them off like little kids or whatever. And I'm like, dude, your signature isn't worth shit. Like that little kid's not making it. He's like, oh, they're just getting it for their parents. Like if the parent wants it, it's not to sell. But I've seen him do it. I used to have season tickets to the Pacers, and I sat like 10 seats from him, and he used to wave everyone off that asked for autographs. Every little kid, everybody asked for autographs. He would just like shake his head and like wave them off because he was the general manager or something. So he's too busy, I guess, presiding over a shit team. So
that sucks. That sucks when you hear that. It's so funny. There's comics like that. There's comics where you assume that they're dicks based on like how they act on stage, and they're the nicest people you ever met. Like they're just great guys. And then there's people that are like, oh, this guy's a family-friendly guy who everyone loves, and he's just a monster. He's just an asshole. You know, so it happens a lot actually. It happens.
They always say never meet your heroes, that famous old saying, but it's true. I've never met anybody that I looked up to that I wasn't disappointed in except Don Fry.
Oh yeah, Don is
him and Boss Rutan exceed all expectations, but other than that.
Yeah, Don has a picture. I wanted to ask him because over the weekend he did like, you see him with like Ric Flair and everybody?
I knew he was with Dan Severn at a Comic-Con somewhere a couple weeks ago, but
yeah, he was with it was him, Ric Flair, he was with the Godfather, JBL, Ron Simmons. He was with there's one here. He was with with Ric Flair at WrestleCon, and it was just him and Butterbean is in this picture too. So I mean,
I was always amazed they let the Godfather in the Mafia because traditionally Italians aren't that fond of black people. So it just surprised me that he was able to get in the Mafia.
The Godfather, his hose too. He had hose. Like
he was just a pimp, but he was the Godfather. It made no sense. I love how every wrestler, they thought UFC fighters were underpaid. Every wrestler had to have a regular job also. Like the Mountie had to be a policeman and a wrestler, and then IRS had to work for the IRS and be a wrestler.
Oh, God. It's crazy.
Ric Flair had to be an alcoholic and a wrestler.
I watched one yesterday with the Easter Bunny. You see that one?
No. Was he a wrestler?
Yeah, the Easter Bunny was beating the shit out of everybody. And then it was pretty funny. I posted it. I don't even know where it is. But yeah, the Easter Bunny won. Anyway, listen, what do you got coming up?
Nothing, seems like. Nothing. Nothing to look forward to. Although you are coming to St. Louis next month, right?
Yeah. Let me know if your son wants on the show or whatever. I could try to make that happen, obviously.
Yeah, I think we're going to come over. I'm going to Cancun in a couple weeks too, so. It's all part of the plan to get kidnapped before I see you in St. Louis.
Perfect. Well, I'm happy you finally going on a vacation.
Yeah, it's been like 3 years, man.
If anyone deserves it, it's you and your.
I was gonna say my life is just a vacation normally, so it's like one long vacation.
So this was Saturday. This Friday night, I'm in Ucaipa, California. Then I'm also Friday. Saturday, I'm at the Laugh Factory and the Improv in Hollywood. I'm at Detention in Anaheim on Wednesday, April 30th. Laugh Factory in San Diego, May 1st and 2nd. Laugh Factory in Hollywood, May 5th. TK's in Dallas coming up at the end of May. The Funny Bone in St. Louis at the very end of May. Off the Hook Comedy Club in Naples, June 6th and 7th and 8th. And then
you've been doing Naples for years, haven't you?
Yeah. That's a good one. That's a fun one. But thank you, man. And I'll talk to you soon. You're the best.
All right, see you, man.
Take care.
Bye.